How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the brand new Str Master Roshi. We got this guy 55% level 1 links, and I'm really interested to see how this guy is, because he is the last unit pre-worldwide download celebration that be synced with global TURs, that is. And I'm curious to see how good this Str Master Roshi is, because he was doing some kind of crazy supports for Turtle School and Saga before we got the likes of the WWC support. So I kind of want to see how he holds up now. So let's take a look at what he's doing here. So he's got an entrance animation that he activates upon his entry turn, and it will reduce his damage received by 30% for 7 turns from his entry turn. We get attack and defense 150%, and we get an additional 150% attack defense and launch an additional super attack when performing a super attack. We also get key 3 and reduce damage received by 20% if there are 2 or more Turtle School allies on the team. And we get an additional 82% per Peppy Gals attacking in the same turn. We also get an additional 82% attack and performing a critical hit when there is an ally whose name includes Bulma in the same turn. He gives Turtle School allies and Peppy Gals allies E2 and defense 50% support. So let's go ahead. I think with 30%, should be able to tank slot 1 right here with God Goku. If I'm not mistaken, he should be able to handle this. So we are facing the Supreme Magnificent Battle Ultra Instinct Goku, because this is kind of the best way I could see to kind of keep things somewhat low key, but also being able to kind of maintain the orbs and the Peppy Gals condition without too much of a hassle. So I mean, looking at his defense there. Okay, so with the damage reduction, it is enough, and that additional 30%. So we actually have 60% damage reduction this turn. So Super does hit us kind of hard, but 7.9 million at 55% level 1 wings. We get the unit Super with Bulma here, and this actually greatly raises our attack infinitely and raises our defense for the turn. Okay, I mean, honestly, not a bad turn. Yeah, so we do need to keep 2 Peppy Gal allies on rotation with him to get his max passive. So we will have floating Peppy Gal allies. We will have 1 turn where that doesn't happen, just because we got to float off the UI Goku here coming up on slot 7. But otherwise, we will be able to maintain it for the most part with our Bulmas and Caulifla. That's the main reason I'm doing this stage, is because it is a pure Saiyan. We can keep Caulifla on and she won't get touched. It's just a free slot that we don't have to worry about while we're maintaining the showcase. That's all this is, right? Because we don't really need extra floating support for this team.
Alright, time to go all out! Forget about destroying this world! I won't let it happen!
Alright, so it is important to note that for this team, I do have to run the Earthbred Fighters Goku. Now that does only put Roshi on 170, but there's literally no other there's literally no one else on the friends list with Roshi, so I kind of just have to work with this. So we're really, I mean, in realistic, we're only losing 30% here.
Goku! 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 Dad! Goku!
It's up to you, Kakarot. Don't you fail.
Alright, excellent. So, here we go. Alright, so oh wow, this is really bad orb change. Alright, we're gonna see if we can't even get the 5 orbs, really? Oh man. I think that's some of the worst orb changing I've ever had. Kind of taking a lot there. And so that's a pretty huge difference without the Peppy allies. Alright, we do get an additional super attack, so that is 2 attack raises we got out of him. Alright, post super it's enough to tank. Is it enough to tank this super? This Goku actually has a really powerful super. It is enough. Excellent. Okay, that's actually really good. Yeah, because that super is 1.5 million. So that's actually, I mean, that's pretty good. Right, and I mean, to be fair, we didn't get Bulma's, we didn't get her passive this turn, which, I mean, in of itself is fine, but we definitely want to try to push to get it next turn. Alright, excellent. And then I don't think Tech UI is going to kill here, which means AGL UI on the next turn is going to go ahead and wrap this up. Okay. Excellent. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. I was kinda hoping. Let's let him get a couple hits in here. There we go, that's a lot better. Okay, and then so now next turn we'll be looking a lot better. This is a little bit dangerous for him, but that's okay. There we go, perfect. And then now we're solid because UI Goku's not going to get touched, and neither is Caulifla. Perfect. Get the additional super. Oh, actually, we might not kill here. Oh, okay, never mind. UI did proc the 3rd super, which means we should be good here, even if we don't crit. Yep, perfect. Okay, so that takes us into the tech phase. Alright, so now here is where things get a little tricky, because, again, we have to maintain that. Now we're dealing with a 1.7 million super. So a lot more powerful here. Now, we could use Roshi's skill here, right? Now his a 70% or less from the 3rd turn from the start of the battle, or starting from the 5th turn. It will recover our HP 50% for 1 turn, and it gives all allies attack and defense 30%. So that is a permanent buff, by the way. So there's literally, it's one of those, there's literally no reason to wait to use it.
You should be moving, learning, playing, eating, and resting every day. That's the turtle school way.
Alright, excellent. So, now we're going to keep LR Bulma on, because we want to keep her 2-turn passive up. Get the orbs here. Alright. Okay, looks like 6 is what we're going to get. Roshi here, looking a lot better on the attack. Defense, not the greatest. We are still within his damage reduction, but it's definitely not going to be enough to carry him over. Alright, but let's see here. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen to Bulma. She's on a 200 and a 170, so she does survive. Okay, good. I figured she would, but, you know, sometimes you never know. Okay, but we do want to keep her on to keep Roshi's unit super up. She's not exactly, neither one of these is the best link partner for Roshi. In fact, I mean, with 12 million, that's not that bad, especially for level 1 links, 55%. But the thing with Roshi is, he's realistically, if you're running him, he's more than likely floating support. That's the thing with him. We do get an additional super, nice. Okay, and he does tank double digits post-super. Okay, so now we just gotta hope that our Bulma here actually dodges. That is her only thing she does. Perfect. Okay, so we're solid there. Right. Go ahead and do this number. And let's do this. Perfect. Honestly, if somebody... Yeah, this is probably the best way to go about this absent a friend Roshi. We just don't have any, unfortunately. Alright. And now here's the turn we actually wanted to revive, and we couldn't because AGL UI decided this was going to be the turn that he's going to dodge everything. Which, I mean, I guess is good, but it would have really been nice to have that revive up, especially because of World Tournament Goku. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, well, actually, I mean, if we don't kill here, it's not the worst thing in the world, because... Oh, okay, AGLU is going to kill. I was going to say, because then, you know, World Tournament Goku can just get slapped there at the end and revive us, but... Oh, okay. Well, no, with 1 HP, yeah, he's not. Never mind. Okay, I mean, that's fine. We can live with this. We can make this work. Perfect. Alright, so this super is going to deal 1.83 if Roshi eats the super. And looking at our defense here, we have... Yeah, and this is our last turn of damage reduction, so we will die to this super if we get hit by it. But, lucky us, we do have Bulma here. Let's go ahead and let's do her active. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get her, and with full orbs, she should tank the super if it lands. Or, I mean, we're not going to have a next turn, so we could theoretically just... Nah, let's just do it. Bulma should be fine. With that defense, her orbs, yeah, she should be fine. We'll grab this. Okay, so 2.2 with the Bulma support. The attack is actually looking really nice. I'm actually liking that attack. If we're lucky, somebody will... Yeah, see, there goes the super. Yeah, so Roshi will die to that. Roshi is not a slot 1 unit. But this is probably even going to do a number or two. Yeah, look at that. That still did quite a bit to Bulma there. Oh, he sealed... I forgot he could steal. Crap. Okay, well, we might actually get another turn after all. Sweet. Which means we'll... Okay, so a little bit not as good as the last turn, but that makes sense, right? We don't have the second Bulma here, so that makes sense. We do get another additional super, though. So, I mean, honestly, for T1, he's pretty good defensively. Or, not defensively, but offensively. Again, this is... He's not supposed to be offensive. He's supposed to be support, right? In the ideal world with this guy, you are floating him and just letting him support Turtle School allies. Basically, Goku's or Peppy Gals if you want to run Peppy Gals. Alright, so let's use Fly's Domain here. Alrighty. Excellent. So. Gonna be tough. Alright, so what I'm gonna do... Yeah. We're not gonna get another Peppy Gal over there with Roshi. We could risk... Why don't we do that? Let's risk her trying to die just so we can get another turn here with Roshi. Do that. And let's do that. The worst case scenario, Bulma doesn't dodge. Die. Okay, Bulma dodging better than UI Goku. Okay, well, we tried. Right, she's one of those, the more she dodges, the better she gets at it, so she's probably not going to get hit the rest of this. Oh, well, she did, and then took double digits. Okay, so we're probably not going to have another turn with Roshi here. This is probably the extent of it. Here we go. And Takuya gets the additional super. But that's fine. I mean, we saw what we needed to see, right? He tanks the normals against all the phases here, up to 1.8, or sorry, not 1.8, that's the super. Up to 600k, which is pretty good. I mean, again, he's not a tank. He's not a slot 1 unit. He's barely a slot 2 unit, depending on your team setup. In fact, his main function, as I said earlier, is floating support, just to make you do shenanigans with Goku-type teams. That's really what he's more about. And, you know, bring the Peppy Gals up a little bit. But I do like what he's doing. I think 55% is definitely a rough place for him as a TUR. So he's definitely going to benefit more with dupes, where you can add things like additional supers to give him more defense and dodge. But all in all, the support he's providing, that permanent extra 30% stacked on top of UI's domain, because that's what I really wanted to see. I wanted to see what it looked like with a full Peppy Gals rotation in UI's domain. It just didn't work out with our team setup here, and of course we have to be very careful with our limited numbers of friends. This was literally the last World Tournament Goku on the friends list. There were no Yamchas, there were no Kai Gokus, there were no, and Yamcha would actually have been a better choice. And of course there's no Master Roshi, so we kind of had to make the best do we could here. And we saw pretty decent numbers out of him. Attack-wise, hitting over 10 to 13 million on average once he gets built up past that first turn. Tanking most normals. Again, he's not going to be tanking any major supers, but as long as he can provide the support he needs, I think he'll be more than fine. So guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what do you think of Master Roshi as the last DFE TUR that remained to be synced? Everything now from this point forward will be synced Celebration TURs. And I'm curious to see what their power compares to that of like Master Roshi and the other pre-sync Dokkan Fest TURs. But let us know what you think in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.